What's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you. What's going on, people? Woo, what's going on, people? It's a day of another day we call Wednesday. Anyway, that being said, what's going on, people? It is officially Wednesday, which means you already know that it's Empire. You already know Fox 5 tonight. We didn't talk about it last week, of course. I was under the weather and stuff like that, but we'll talk about it all, tomorrow and stuff like that, about all the craziness that's going on. And the Mrs. Parker, Monique, was supposed to allegedly be picked for the role of Cookie, and the thing about it was that she's supposed to have had, allegedly, didn't play the game of, marketing and Hollywood techniques as far as going to different places, I guess, to promote the show, as far as like she did with Precious when she won the award and stuff like that. And, there's a lot of politics and come to stuff like that. And Lee Daniels was saying that she didn't play the rules right, and Monique didn't understand, which is so sad to me, because this is my thing. If Lee Daniels and Monique Parker, or I don't know her, Monique, but if they were friends and stuff like that, why would he throw her under the bus by putting all information out there? My thing is this, is that there's a thing called loyalty, and the thing about it is that if that was the conversation that was between them two, I don't feel as though everybody needed to know that. Anyway, that's being said, this is my opinion, because I feel as though if you're my friend, you're my friend. And I don't feel as though, just because some Hollywood or whatever the case may be, may not be doing things the way we want them to do, we don't need to let them know, because sometimes we open our mouth too much. It puts a lot of shade on a lot of different other things, and it put everybody else in a compromised position. So now, Tajay, she's getting pulled into it once again, hitting it, and Terrence Howard, and the sad part about it is, why can't we just enjoy the show? We don't need to know all that, and then 50 Cent is saying different things about the show, how it's supposed to be like a power, which I never seen before, never heard of it, but from what I hear, then P. Diddy's stuff was going to be in it, and P. Diddy took his son out of it because he didn't want his son to be a part of it. It's just a mess. My thing is this, is that, why is it so much of a big deal that this show is coming out and stuff like that, and everybody's on it, and everybody wants to attack the show? And if you notice that it's now people of color, wonder why they say we don't get along. Anyway, that being said, and it's so sad because it's just a show. These are just actors trying to get work, trying to get paid, trying to get money, trying to make it to the next level, trying to live their dream out, trying to be happy. And then we have the people who are a little bit more successful than the ones that we've seen on the show, besides Taji, aka Cookie, and Terrence Howard. A lot of them I really don't even know, especially the brothers. Well, Jamil is one that was in, he was in this other movie, I believe it was called, with Patrick Pluck, and it was called The Skinny, and I saw him in that and stuff like that. But the thing about it is that why can't we just enjoy the show? That's all I'm saying. Just let's enjoy the show. Chris Brown is allegedly supposed to have a little daughter, 9 months old, and Karrueche trans, and saying she's having enough. We're gonna see how that plays out and stuff like that, and it is what it is. Anyway, I say to Chris Brown, take a DNA test, because also Jay-Z's supposed to have a 20-year-old son, and that son seemed to blown away somewhere along the line. We don't hear nothing about it no more. That's called the power of the higher above, honey. Some people who have this can make things just go away. Anyway, that being said, I'la Nettles, her attacker, she was, okay, let me just tell you the story about her. I'la Nettles is a transsexual who was murdered back in 2013. Work with me here. She was in Harlem late night, and these guys was heckling at her and another girl that she was with, and one of the guys came up to her and punched her, and she hit the ground, and start beating her up and stuff like that for being a transgender. And the thing about it was that she died later on through complications through, the blows and stuff like that. And, they've been fighting back and forth and stuff like that as far as bringing justice to her case. And yesterday, James Dixon, hopefully I'm saying his name right, James Dixon is the one that they arrested for the case and stuff like that. And the thing about it was that it's another person that's there. This is all allegedly, I'm just saying, Paris Wilson is another person that the online witnesses were saying that they was a part of it as well. This is a guy as well. But it was a girl, but it was a guy. And they were saying he was a part of it as well. So it was actually two of them, but I don't know. This is the thing I think of when I think of this story. I'm just going to give my opinion. You don't have to take it or not. You know, it's up to you. My thing is this, is that we all as transsexuals or people of any race or being, whatever the case may be, you with your girlfriends, not trans, your females with your female friends, you a dude, you with your boys, you're a transsexual with your other trans, or whatever the case may be. You understand where I'm going with this? My thing is this, is that if me and you hanging together and something happens to me and you are there, why are you not coming forward? This girl has not come forward. Maybe she has, I haven't heard anything about her. You know, and the thing about it is that maybe you may have some information. You might say, well, Raven, I'm going to tell you like this is what. But I haven't heard anything about her. If my friend was out there, my friend done died and stuff like that, I would be on the spot. Now, the witnesses that they're talking about were other people that were around, allegedly at this time of the morning in Harlem, New York City, seeing things that were going on and stuff like that, and they kind of brought forth what, you know, what happened. Anyway, with that being said, they were saying that it was two people that ended up beating her up and stuff like that, and, you know, she ended up dying. And the thing about it that was kind of weird is that they did arrest the guy, but they let him go, and then the other guy he admitted that he had killed her, and he went to someone's mother, I believe it is Wilson's mother, and Wilson took him in, Dixon, one that's arrested now, to the court thing so they could lock him up to get her, I guess, to get her son off of it, and they let him go because they thought that James Dixon and Paris looked so much alike that they thought they was the same person. This is what they said as far as, you know, the case as far as when they brought him in earlier, prior to what we're hearing about arrest of yesterday, allegedly. Anyway, that being said, so they let him go and stuff like that, and that's the reason why show's happening now. So they just, to me, I just feel as they want to close the case because I feel as though they just want to get it over with, so they can stop whining and, you know, about how they're not having no justice, you know, anything to put the band-aid over the sore, you know, because they really don't want to hear about it anymore. Because it's been an ongoing thing, in case you haven't noticed about it. Anyway, that being said, rest in peace, I'la Nettles, and my heart goes out to you. And Laverne Cox was a very advocate as far as a person fighting for the rights, as well as a lot of other advocates that were out there pushing as well. So I don't want to make it seem like it was just one person that was doing the pushes. Even Ellen's mother was pushing as well. And, you know, my heart goes out to the family. You have my condolences. Anyway, that being said, you know, I just wanted to put that out there and stuff like that. And, you know, but anyway, back to a higher note and a positive message. Empire's coming on tonight, so, you know, we just have to do what we got to do. So we got to get up inside of it, and tomorrow, you know, we're going to be talking about it, so we're going to be comparing notes. We're going to be talking about this, and unfortunately, another transsexual was murdered. Oh, God. Last night, in the wee hours of the night of Tuesday, a girl by the name of Hernandez, in Georgia, was murdered. This is what happened. She was out there probably with her friends and stuff like that, because a lot of times girls don't have any place to live and stuff like that. I really don't know, so I'm just going to tell you what I think what happened and stuff like that. Anyway, with that being said, she was outside. She was a really nice girl, minding her own business, from sources have told me. And she's always been the kind of person who always tell people, you know, straightforward as far as, you know, her gender and stuff like that. And, you know, she didn't hide the fact of what she was and stuff like that. And so she was never the type of girl who played, you know, little mind games and stuff like that. You know, a straightforward type of person. So, you know, this guy saw her, you know, he tried to holler at her, and this is in Georgia. He tried to holler at her, and she told him, you know, what was up, probably basically thinking, you know, because every girl wants to have that dream of finding a guy that's really going to accept her, really going to like her. And like a lot of times people will say, well, you know, don't give up and stuff like that. You know, so it's always in the back of your mind that there's somebody out there for you, whether you're trans, straight, gay, bi, whatever the case may be. Anyway, that being said, so she went up there and she told him exactly what was up. He was like, oh, okay, it wasn't his thing. So he walked away and left. She was like, fine. So she goes inside her room and stuff like that. Then there's a knock back at the door and stuff like that. And he went and told his boys what she was and stuff like that. And it was like, oh, well, let's go get her. This is just allegedly. I'm just saying what sources told me. This is allegedly. I don't know, but I'm just saying. So she opened the door and they killed her. And the thing about it is that, you know, I've always talked about this in reference to, you know, damn if you do, damn if you don't, and stuff like that. Excuse me. As you see, I'm still fighting my cold, but it's gone basically, as you can see. But I still got allergies. But anyway, so they killed her. And she was only 21 years old. She was a young girl, young girl. And you know, that's the sad part and the downside of it and stuff like that when it comes down to being true to you and stuff like that. You know, with me, I always tell you girls stuff like that. I mean, I know you want to tell a guy, you know. I won't tell him. I tell you this all, but this is just my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. You can do what you want. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. But I don't tell a man nothing. I don't tell a man anything because, you trust and believe me, I get hit on a lot. I get hit on a whole lot, trust me. And I don't tell a man not one thing. I don't say not one thing, and whether they know, whether they don't know, and some girls, well, bitch, he knows, whether he knows, whether he don't know, I really don't give a fuck. My thing is this, if I'm going to take your number and stuff like that, and if I'm very interested, I'm going to get further away from you as possible. You know, because simple fact of the matter is, I don't know what's going on up the side of your head, and I don't want you going upside my head because of some shit that's running through your head. Prime example. I met a guy who was a felon. And he was in a halfway house. And this is not really met him, but I talked to him online. He was a felon. He's in a halfway house and stuff like that. He said this is where they come from coming out of prison for 15 years. This is the person I just talked to this week. And he told me, he said that he wanted to meet me, stuff like that. And if I could, you know, be something that could work for him, he's willing to take a chance on me. Now, the thing about it that gets me is that he's willing to take a chance on me, and you just come out of prison for 15 years, you're in a halfway house, you get out at 4 o'clock in the morning in Jersey, and then you're going to tell me that you're willing to take a chance on me to be with me. Now, this is the thing that gets me within my life when I live and stuff like that. When a fella can feel as though he has that much power, that he feels as though he's that great, and he's like, well, you should be grateful to have me. And then the girls like us are getting treated so bad that our self-esteem is so torn down that we don't even think like they do. And yet it's still, because I'm going to tell you why. If a child goes out and he kills someone, a parent will stay to court with their child forever. A parent will stand by that child. If a transsexual or gay person go tell their parent, I'm gay, their parents will disown them. Not all of them. There are some great ones out there, like the one I was talking about yesterday, the trans man. There are some out there. But a lot of us will get disowned, you know, and some of us are strong enough that we can deal with it, and some of us can't, you know, and that's just how a lot of times people get this whole I'm better than you type of thing. And I was gagging on him. I applauded him because I left him alone, but I gagged on it because it just shows you just how people even look down on us, even from prison. They even look down on the transsexual stuff like that. Anyway, and I'm not saying all fellas, for the people who say, oh, well, and not everybody, baby. No, I'm not talking about everybody. Anyway, that being said, on a brighter, lighter note, I just want you to be safe. I just put this information out there so you can be much more aware. You can listen to me if you want to. If you don't, you don't have to. If you feel as though you meet a guy on the street, you want to say, honey, I was born this way, and he just walked into you and punched your face, that's on you. That's what you was looking for. Or y'all just, you told him you was born a transsexual, whatever the case may be. If you was training woman, whatever the case may be, you want to let him know that that's what happened to you, and he lifted you, he got his life, and he was in the house, and he took you home and stuff like that, and then you turn around and you start fucking him in the butt. That's on YouTube. I'm going to mind my business. I just told you just what I need to tell you. Those who will listen, and those who will not, will not. Anyway, that being said, rest in peace, my sister. I'm so sorry this happened to you once again. From Georgia, Miss Hernandez. And just be safe, people. That's all I try to promote the message, stuff like that. You can hear, you can take it if you want to, you don't have to, you don't to. Anyway, that being said, I want to say hello on the people, boom. I want to say, oh, people, bam. And I want to thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. I want you to do you. I want you to do you the best way you can. And don't forget, Empire, come on tonight, so we're going to talk about it tomorrow. And if nobody didn't like it, then fuck them. All right.